Hey friends, so we're going to be drawing an ice dragon.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope you're going to follow along with us because art is always better with
A friend.
a friend like you. You need your drawing supplies. We're going to use pencil and a marker. You also need some
Paper and something to color with.
Yeah, and for coloring, we're going to use our Art for Kids hub. We call this the hub tub.
The hub tub?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe we will. If you have the same set, great. But if you don't, that's okay because you can use other markers or even colored pencils. What else could they use?
Crayons.
Crayons or oil pastels or even watercolors. The paper that we're drawing on is marker paper, and I like the Canson brand just because it's really good quality. But any marker paper will work, and it's best to use marker paper when you're drawing and coloring with markers because it makes your markers last longer. I also love how the color looks once you put it down on the paper.
Yes.
We're first using our pencil to draw guidelines before we use our marker. So let's draw the general shape of our dragon. I'm going to start here and we're going to draw a sideways V shape. And I'm pressing kind of hard, but you can press lightly at home so that it's easier to erase at the end. Then we're going to draw the shape of the head. We'll come up like this and then back. And then we can come back and connect to the corner of the mouth. And then we can also draw the bottom. I'm going to draw a little beard or a horn on the chin. So I'm going to draw a line like this. And then I'm going to curve up and into the jaw. Then we can draw the back of the jaw connecting up to the top of the head. Okay, now let's draw the body. And we're going to draw a big S curve. So we're going to start here and we're going to curve around like this and then back the other way and we'll stop here. I thought it would be really cool if our ice dragon is coming out of snow. So we're going to draw snow down here. I'm going to draw just a wavy line coming up to the right. Yeah, that looks really cool. Okay, now let's draw the other side of the body. We're going to draw another S curve that matches the first one and then into the snow. Next, let's draw the wings. I'm going to start here and we're going to draw a curve that comes forward and above the head. And then we're going to start here and draw the back of the wing coming down, curving, and almost back into the snow. Now that's it for our pencil. Let's put this off to the side and switch to our marker. The reason why we use the pencil for the guidelines and the general shape is so that when we draw the details, we can follow these guidelines, but we're not going to trace over them because we're going to make our dragon out of ice and draw a lot of icicles.
Yeah.
And we're going to draw a curve coming out from the mouth and above the guideline. Now let's draw a zigzag line coming back into the nose. And I'm going to draw another one that comes up this way into the head. So a little S curve coming this way. And you also don't have to draw it exactly like us. Or you could change your dragon so it has more spikes, more icicles, or less icicles to keep the lesson a little easier. So we draw another S curve or a zigzag coming this way. And then I'm going to draw a curve coming this way, and then we'll come back into the mouth. It looks like fire. We're going to have to make it look more like ice. There you go. Okay, now let's draw the mouth. So I'm going to start here, trace on top of the pencil line, and then I'm going to come back forward for the bottom of the mouth. And then let's draw the sharp teeth. I'm going to draw zigzag lines on the top, and then also zigzag lines for the teeth on the bottom of the mouth. Now let's draw the eye. I'm going to draw a curve for the top of the eye. And then we'll draw another curve for the bottom of the eye and connect to the back of that first line. Yeah. Okay, now let's draw more icicles on top of our dragon. I'm going to draw an upside down V, and maybe we'll draw a bunch of them coming back. Some of these can be small, and some of them can be really big. So I'm going to draw some small ones. And this is where you can really change your drawing and make it different. Oh, I'm going to add even another row of icicles on top of that first row. Oh, it's already looking super cool.
Yeah.
I love your drawing, dude.
Thank you.
I'm going to also add maybe a really big icicle for that. That kind of goes over the pencil line. Now let's draw the jaw. I'm going to draw this curve on top of the pencil guideline. We'll come back up, maybe add more zigzags that get smaller. And then I'm going to curve back like this and then into the top of the head. I'm going to add little icicles coming out here. And if we ever go too fast, what can our art friends do?
Pause the video.
Yeah, for extra time. You can also rewind the video to watch a step over again. Okay, now let's draw the front of our ice dragon. This part we're going to draw differently than the back of the body. So let's draw a V shape. It's going to come like this, and then we're going to come back up. And then I'm going to draw a diagonal line that connects into the head. Then I'm going to start here and draw another straight line coming down this way and then back into the body and then into that first scale. Then let's do it again. We're going to repeat those same shapes all the way down the front of the body. So this part, you can pause if you need extra time. I'm going to go a little faster since we're just repeating those same steps. Well, some of these could get really big. This next one I'm going to draw a lot bigger. Like that. Oh, that's cool. And then this one I'm going to add here. They're getting also thicker too as I come down. And then this last one will be in the snow. So I'm going to leave a little space here and then connect into that scale. See how the pencil guideline helped us draw that shape? Even though we drew lots of little shapes that didn't trace over that pencil line, it still helped us make that S curve.
Yeah.
Now let's draw the back of our dragon. I'm going to trace on top of the pencil line, coming down and into the snow. Next, let's draw the wing. We're going to draw this made out of lots of little icicles. I'm going to start here. Oh, maybe this first one will be kind of a bigger icicle though. So I drew a little flat part on the top. This next one, I'm just going to draw spiked like that. Yeah. And then on this part, maybe we'll draw lots of little ones. And this can, maybe these don't have to look like they completely connect, and we can change them so that they're different shapes too. I'm going to go all the way forward until I get to there. Almost look like ice rocks. Then we're going to start here and draw a little line that comes out. Now we can draw it from here up to the point. And then I'm going to come down a little ways on the pencil line. And also back in and draw a few zigzag lines to connect back here. Almost looks like the top of a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
The snow. Okay, now let's draw more spikes coming down this way. I'm going to draw it like this. Oh, I'm going to add another little one up here. Then let's draw a zigzag line here inside that kind of matches this top part. And then I'm going to draw another crystal coming down or icicle. And this one's going to be really big. Look at that. Then let's draw an upside down V right here. And then let's draw a regular V like this. Looks like a floating crystal or icicle. Then I'm gonna do another one right next to it. And this one can be a little smaller. And then I'm gonna connect these two together and these two. And then another connection right here. Let's add another icicle right here. And let's draw the next layer. I'm going to draw an icicle that comes down and then back up. Let's create these same shapes right here for the next layer. So I'm going to draw an upside down V and then a longer V to connect. Looks like a big diamond. And then I'm going to draw another one right next to it that's smaller, and then one more that's even smaller. So this one has 3. And then we can draw, let's draw another icicle coming down. Oh, and maybe this one just connects back up to here. Then we can draw a diagonal line here, connecting to these two, and then into the main part of the wing. For the last layer, let's keep this one kind of simple. We're just going to draw a curve down. I traced over the pencil line, and then I'm going to connect up to here. We finished one wing, and we need a second wing, but this one we're going to keep it really simple. We're just going to draw the main shape. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to follow the shape of our other wing. See how there's a little zigzag here? I'm going to add that zigzag, come forward, and then we're going to come back like this, but watch, we're just going to go into the other wing. Then we're going to draw the same kind of shapes down here. So we're going to try to draw, almost like we're trying to draw a shadow. So I'm going to draw a spike, then we'll draw this diagonal line here, another spike, and then we're going to follow this shape. Like that. And then right here at the end, we're going to curve back up. We did it! There's our second wing, and it looks a lot more 3D. Now let's draw the snow down here. We can just follow the pencil line. And we did it. We finished drawing our ice dragon. It looks really cool, except, oh, before we color it, let's switch back to our erasers and erase any of the pencil lines or the guidelines that you can still see. Okay. That part we sped up, so remember you can pause the video and take time to erase those lines also. Now we're ready to color. We're going to use our Art for Kids Hub markers, so let's pick out the colors we're going to use. Okay. To start off with, we have 4 blues. We have a light, medium, dark, and even a darker blue. We have 182, 66, 74, and 72 is our darkest blue. Let's first start with 182, and we're going to fast forward a lot of the coloring, but we'll also talk about what we're doing. 182, we're going to use to color in pretty much everything as the main first color for our drawings. Cool. We have most of our drawing colored in with this light blue, and I am leaving some of the white paper showing through just for highlights and to make it look more 3D. So I'm going to keep going and color in the wing, and you also have the bottom part of your drawing. Yeah. So remember to pause the video and take time to color your drawings. I hope you're having a lot of fun coloring them in. And also remember, you don't have to color exactly like us. You can just use our drawings as inspiration and change the color of your drawings. You could even just color it solid blue to keep the lesson a lot easier. Yeah. Now I'm using 66 to add shading. I'm darkening in some of the parts of the icicles to make it look even more 3D. I've also added texture down the dragon's body. It looks like ice scales. I've also added some shading right here on the back of the dragon. And then also under each of the scales, and see the second wing right here? We've
Yes.
colored that in with our darker blue. I might even use the darkest blue to color in that second wing to just make it look like it's behind the other one even more. Now I'm going to use the darker blues to add even more to the background and also some extra shading and details. I use the medium blue to add trees and also some texture down here on the bottom. I'm using the really dark blue, 72, to add even more tree shapes in the background. So I'm just drawing zigzag lines and making them pointy so they look like evergreen trees. And you don't have to make these look perfect because it's nature. It looks kind of cool if they're messy too. I'm going to add a smaller one right here and then color it in. And then I might use this really dark blue to also color in the back or that second wing. Because I made the sky a little darker, I'm going back in and making those wings darker also. And that's one of my favorite things about using markers is layering colors on top of each other. So even if you want to change it, you can. You can add different colors and mix and make things darker. You can even use colored pencils to make things lighter too if you need to. Jack, we did it! We finished drawing and coloring our ice dragons and they turned out awesome.
Yeah, especially love the background.
Me too. And you don't have to add a background if you don't want to. You could also change the background so that it's not in a forest. Maybe it's in the city.
Oh yeah.
I also added yellow or orange in the background to make it kind of look like a sunset, but you could also leave that off to keep the lesson a little easier. You could even add other dragons, maybe ones flying that are small off in the distance.
Yeah, you can really change it any way you want.
Yeah, especially the colors. We used our Art for Kids Hub markers again, but remember, you don't have to. You can use whatever you have at home.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing your ice dragons.
And we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.